what an exciting time to be meeting you in particular, Matthew, because, my God, you're having the ride of your life right now. What an amazing, amazing time in the life of an actor. Obviously, you're nominated for the Oscar, but you haven't lost any so far, have you?
Haven't lost any?
Yeah,
I think there's some I haven't won.
Oh, no, there aren't. No, there aren't.
Well, I think there's quite a few.
No, you've won them all.
No, I think Jared Leto, I think he's got 30 for 30.
Oh my
I don't know. I've got a few.
Wait a minute, there are 30 award shows? No.
Not award shows. He's won 30 awards. I found that out today. I know I haven't won 30, so there's definitely some out there.
They weren't the good ones. No one wants to win them. But no, it is very exciting. I suppose, presumably, this is the lovely time where you're the nominee.
Time for celebration.
Yeah.
This is the dessert. You know, we go do the work. It's not why we do it, but boy, when you do something and a year and a half later, it's floating like this and it's vital like this, and people are going, you know what, we think that was some excellent work. That feels good. And
what's nice is they give you a nice long time to enjoy it. Like, it's over a month, isn't it?
It's like the Super Bowl in American football. You have the whole season, and then once you have the final teams, you give them a month between. So then everyone can start some rhetoric and start different stories up and have the anticipation build.
Because, God love Julianne Moore now, you've enjoyed the nomination period a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many times? Is it 4 times now?
Yeah, 4 nominations, Academy Award nominations, yeah.
That seems mean.
Yeah, well, we say 0 for 4. Is that or like 4?
0 for 4, but 4 for 4 for getting in, that's pretty outstanding.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, let's focus on that. Yeah. No, the really mean year was you were nominated for 2 in 1 year.
I know. You know, my daughter felt so bad for me one year that she made me some awards. She made me a BAFTA. Yeah, it's this kind of a sparkly orange thing that looked like a fan. I don't know why.
Are you sure that isn't the real BAFTA?
I know. And she made me a Golden Globe. It was small and yellow. Oh. I know, right?
Because when you were off to the Golden Globes, was it your son wasn't that encouraging?
No, my son said, we were explaining to him what Popeye's going out to do, going to an award show, and for the show we did, Dallas Buyers. Remember when we were in New Orleans and Popeye was skinny? And, oh, yeah, I remember that. So we're going there tonight. And my daughter was like, Popeye, I think you're going to win. My son was like, at 5, he says, real proud of you, Popeye, but you're going to lose. I know what you're going to lose. So I came home and touche'd him. Woke him up in the middle of the night. Did you see this?
You're nominated, and God, you should be. We must celebrate your work in Dallas Buyers Club. You are just terrific in it. And it's a true story, and it's taken how many years to get to the screen
20
now?
years.
Oh
20 years?
Yeah.
Because your character, Ron Woodruff, he was alive when they started developing it.
He was alive when he went down, and the writer went down and interviewed him. So in 1986 and 1992, I believe he moved on. So he was interviewed, he then passed away, and they tried to get this made for 16 years unsuccessfully. It got very close quite a few times. So people believed in it, but nobody wanted to finance it.
But even with you attached, it still took 4 or 5 years.
Even with me attached, I said I wanted to do it, and people were like, well, that sounds great. But
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, great. Let me know when you find the change to make that thing. So it really took the right amount, the right people coming together. And you know what? It was the beginning of the year we made it. It was January, and I said, you know what? We're going to make it this fall. And the people around me said, again, great. You know, people have said that before, but we didn't flinch. And that was so we never left the door open. You know, when they go, it's not going to happen. I think we need to push it to spring. I was like, no, no, no. Especially I was 40 pounds down. I was like, no, we're not pushing it to spring.
And I suppose one of the things, it's an extraordinary story because he's the hero of the film, and what he does is amazing, but he's not that sympathetic as a character.
No, I don't think he's sympathetic at all. I think he's empathetic, though. You know, I think that's part of the story. You see who he is, and you may be horrified by what he says and how he thinks, but you know he's a real man. And I know people in life like that. I may not agree with their personal politics, but if they are who they are, I go, well, you are who you are. And I think that's where we can empathize with who he is.
Actually, we haven't really explained what he did. So the Dallas Buyers Club is where he was getting medication from Mexico primarily.
He was smuggling in, he was given 30 days to live. All they gave people, AIDS patients at that time, and HIV patients, was AZT. The quality of life on AZT was poor. He decides to take matters in his own hands. He goes out of the country, Israel, Austria, Mexico, smuggles these unapproved drugs into America and sells them as a black market drug dealer out of a motel room. And he was making some good money, and he was keeping a lot of people alive, living longer. Well, the FDA in America didn't appreciate that, came down and closed him down 3 times, I think, but he found loopholes. He did a very clever thing. You couldn't sell the unauthorized drugs in America. So what did he do? He opened up the Dallas Buyers Club, sold the memberships for $400 a month, and gave the meds for free. So he was a clever little pirate.
For English people, I think you lost something like 3.5 stone, is what we would say.
47 pounds. What would that be?
3.5 stone.
There we go. 3.5 stone. 3.5 stone.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
it sounded
math.
3.5 stone sounds heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pounds.
No.
3.5 stone. But does it kind of frustrate you in a way that that's got so much attention, where you're kind of like still acting over here, still doing really good acting?
I understood that, you know, before the film came out, that's your headline. That photo that came out of me in the airport was the...
Wow.
Oh, that's how we get people to click on this site. I got that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say and happy that the reaction's been that once people saw the film, yes, the weight loss was something, but I mean, you see, you know, who this guy was, and it quickly became something more than the Matthew McConaughey got skinny film. If you see the film, it's obvious in about 30 seconds that that's not the film you're in.
No, but you needed to do it.
Yeah, this was not an affectation. This was not an eccentric idea I had about I think it'd be really cool if I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know, this was one of those ones where you go, it's my responsibility to do this, to best portray this man. If I do not, I will be embarrassed. And you're also not going to buy the
But also,
movie.
your family and friends must have been... They must have been worried for you.
Yeah, I mean, the people that know me well. There were some people that got a little bit worried, but I said, I've got it. It was under control, and it was... I met with the nutritionist, did it as healthily as possible. And my family was around me daily. It was so gradual, they didn't really notice it. My daughter one day said, Papa, why is your neck like a giraffe? That was... other than that.
What were you eating? Honestly.
5 ounces of fish, a cup of vegetables twice a day.
Uh-huh.
Some pudding in the morning and as much red wine as I liked at night. But it was small amounts, and I gave myself 4 months to do it. So I was clocked off 3.5 pounds a month, and it just worked like clockwork.
Now, I remember, I think it was 96, Vanity Fair coming out with you on the cover.
Yeah.
Where it was just before A Time to Kill.
Yep.
It was before A Time to Kill. Yeah, Herbrits took the pictures.
Yeah.
And I think, was that the first time ever someone who wasn't a big star had been on the cover of Vanity Fair?
Someone told me that, I don't know.
It's only, as a reader, I was like, who the hell's that? Because
Yeah,
you always knew who it was.
No, it was sort of, I'd been in films, and you brought up one of them earlier, Days of Confused, before, but that was the first time that over a weekend, my life changed pretty quickly. I remember being I went to the supermarket to go get my groceries on this Friday before, and I looked down and I was like, hey, how you doing, McConaughey? And I remember going, this is weird, but I'm buying 2 of each. and put them up there and she ran them through, and I was like, hey, look at that cover. You know that guy? Yeah, okay, that's me right there.
And because it was so instant, your mom didn't adjust immediately.
No. I
Well,
bet you may have
moms
some of
never
these
do,
stories.
yeah.
No, they're so sincere and good intentions, but you just don't understand it, do you, Mom? It was the, you know, people started getting interested in my life and my history, as has happened over the weekend. So all of a sudden, my mom shows up in these newspapers and saying these things. I'm like, Mom, keep that that's between us. That's between the family. Okay. I was like, trust me, there are people going to be coming to you wanting to know things about my life, but keep what should be private ours. Okay. All of a sudden, the next Thursday night, I'm looking at hard copy. It's a show in America that comes on, and there's my mom giving an escort through my bedroom. And going, and this is where we caught him first sleeping with so-and-so. I call her, and she goes, oh, I didn't know you'd see it. I was like, Mom.
Matthew, it's fair to say, since the whole Vanity Fair thing and that incident, you worked consistently. But it seemed in the last few years, I love the way that Hollywood comes up with names for things. What's it called? The McConnaissance.
McConnaissance.
The McConnaissance.
I heard that.
The rebirth of Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Like, was that a thing in your head? Were you trying to have a McConnaissance?
All I knew is when I first heard a reporter say that, I was like, wait, go back. What'd you call that? He goes, McConnaissance. I was like, well, it sounds good. No, I was recalibrating my relationship with my career for sure. And that meant taking some time off from doing the things I was doing. And the way I look at it, I don't look at it as any kind of rebirth. For me, I didn't have a coming to God moment, epiphany. I just said, I want to do some different things and show a different part of myself. And different chapter, same book, is the way I've looked at it.
And what's extraordinary is, like, because on the paper, you would not think that Magic Mike would be a stepping stone to being an Oscar nominee. You know, because it didn't sound like that sort of film, but it was. I mean, you were amazing. Yeah. And is it true that the strip at the end was you? That wasn't... No one asked you to do... Oh, well, obviously somebody allowed you to do
No, that...
He insisted.
He-
I would have done if I looked like that. You need me nude at all?
Well, I remember that phone call when Steven Soderbergh, was talking to me about the part, and I was already on one knee laughing at this world and this pitch, and he goes, it's not in the script right now, but Dallas, we think he really should have his own dance at the end. I mean, I think it'd be a good idea. And immediately in this ear, my head's going, no. And in this ear, it was like, are you kidding me? You have to if you get a chance. If you don't, you'll regret not ever doing that. And so, yeah, as soon as I found the song, which was Calling Dr. Love, and got that cleared, I was like, let's go have some fun, man.
And is it true the thing about you road testing the posing pouch?
The posing pouch?
Isn't that what they're called?
It is the posing pouch.
You don't call them that in America, no. Those little things that you just about get things in with a string around the back.
And it's a posing.
The slightest move and everything's out.
Yeah. I read something where you walked around to make sure that it wasn't falling out of it.
No,
it was composed.
What I did do, which a lot of us did, is you put one of those on, and all of a sudden you find your body kind of gets a little inverted. So I got to really loosen up, because this is a guy who lives in this thing and has to feel really loose and with it. So I remember going, and I wasn't the only one that did this. You go, I have to walk out there amongst the crew and have small-time, normal conversations like, so, how you doing? What'd you have for lunch? Hey, did you see the game this weekend? I got to go out and try to have some small talk in this thong without flinching. And it was hard.
And
because I wasn't, but it was.
You said it now. You said it now.
Yes. It was. Thank you for that. Took me up for that one. Well done.